5-2 in this stretch, even if Lancaster just completely falls off the planet right now in the Atlantic League. So they're just right now playing, just to play baseball right now. Just focus on the opponent, focus on the Long Island Ducks, and get win number 2 against them in a 3-game series. That should be the focus tonight.
The Ducks can clinch a postseason berth tonight if Somerset defeats Bridgeport. That would eliminate Bridgeport and make Long Island, at worst, a wild card team. So they can clinch tonight, and it doesn't even matter what they do here in this game in York. But for the Revs, they're trying to go for the series win. It'll be Matt Neal making the start, coming off a win in the suspended game. Bruce Kern will go for Long Island. He is 9-5, an ERA of 3.38 after beginning the year in relief. Coming up on our pregame, we'll look back at the highlights from last night's win, the 3rd in a row for the Revs. And we'll get Mace's thoughts on things coming up shortly as well. First pitch tonight set for 6:30 here on a picturesque evening in York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Revolution!
Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have a huge final homestand planned, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food. So head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Game 2 of the series against the Ducks tonight. Revs look to make it a 4th straight win. And look back at some of the highlights from last night. The Revs missed a chance to score early and then fell behind 1-0 in the 3rd, but would take their first lead of the night with Brian Pounds at the plate. And he pops this one in the air, shallow center. Ford started back and it drops in, and 2 runs will score. And the Revs take the lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. Pounds with the 2-run blue pit has driven in 65 now, and Ford misjudged it. He was fooled off the bat. So that gave York a 2-1 lead in the 3rd. The Ducks would tie it with a run in the 5th, but Logan Williamson giving up only those 2 runs in 7 innings. And the Revs would go on top to stay in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another late lead to win a game. And it began with an Eric Patterson leadoff single against Ricardo Gomez. Valdez then sacrificed him over, and that set the stage for Andres Perez. And the 3-2 swung on and lined. Left field, it is off the wall. Patterson to 3rd, they're sending him, and the relay will be late. He scores! Andres Perez, a line drive single off the arch nemesis in left, and gives the Revs a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. His league-leading 81st run driven in. And then after Tony Pena stranded 2 in the 8th, Talvin Nash would bust it open. The 1-0, and a swing and a towering fly ball deep down the line in left, way back and gone! Way over the trees in left field. Good night! Talvin Nash with his 10th of the year. Nothing was knocking down that blast. And it's a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nash with a moonshot. There is no wall high enough to interrupt that one. 5-2, and the Revs have their 6th in double figures, tying a team record. And then Josh Judy nailing it down with the save in the ninth. Revs knew embarking on this homestand, they'd have 7 tough games ahead of them. Trying to win number 1. Judy ready. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him on a slider to end it. And Judy with his 12th save of the year. 3 in a row for the Revs, who win it 5-2. Yeah, big win last night. Their 3rd straight overall, 5th in a row here at home. We'll get Mace's thoughts on it on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report up next.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Revs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse. For the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup, it's the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's Atlantic League Manager of the Year, Mark Nason.
All right, Mace. Well, down the stretch here this season, your team continues to do its part. And how proud are you of simply the effort, knowing that it is a long shot, you're going to need some help? How proud are you of the guys for continuing to play as hard as they do each and every night?
I mean, I'm definitely proud, and they're taking pride in what they do as well. They're going out there and, they're laying it out on the line every night. We're giving it our best effort. I think 8-2 in our last 10 games. We haven't really been able to pick up a whole lot. Lancaster's been playing really well too. So, we're just trying to finish strong, and wherever we end up, try to put on a good show for our fans that deserve that. And and if we're fortunate enough to get in, we get in, and if not, we'll take a look at next year.
With Logan Williamson getting the win last night, that's big for him with a couple of tough ones behind him now. What did he do that allowed him to get back in the win column?
Well, I thought specifically he stayed very well composed last night. Pitched out of a couple jams. There were not a lot of issues with signs and different things like that between him and the catcher. And I thought he really stayed focused last night, and that's what Logan can do. He's very capable of doing that on a regular basis, and he did a great job last night.
With DeMarc having been banged up the last couple of days, Judy's gotten a couple of save opportunities. How determined has he looked to you when he gets out there? I mean, he's not messing around. He went right after him last night, a couple of strikeouts to end it.
Yeah, I think Josh has attacked the hitters, all year. And the last couple of times when he's been out there, he's done a really good job. You know, we have confidence in him, just like we do with DeMarc and Penny and Ronnie. I mean, there's a bunch of guys that I could probably use in that situation. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to match up sometimes a little bit the ninth inning based on who we have available and how much I've used guys going into that game that particular night. So, you know, Josh is very capable. Obviously, did a great job last night, did a good job in Southern Maryland. So, you know, we're comfortable putting him out there, but there are some other guys I think that can do it as well.
What was your vantage point like on Nash's home run? What did that look like to you from the dugout?
I was well hit. I know that. And that ball, it was not like a hanging breaking ball with the belt. It was actually probably a knee or just above the knee height, you know, and he went down and got that. And I know he was frustrated because I think he felt his first at bat when he hit the ball to right field. I thought that he was saying he might have, you know, he probably should have done more with that. But, you know, he stayed with it. And like I said, the fact that he hits the ball the other way, we went out there today, we had optional batting practice, and I had about 6 or 7 guys out there today, and we worked on that all day again today, you know, hitting the ball to right field. So he knows he can clear that wall in left. And that area behind the big wall out there, eventually that might be Nashville eventually. But, you know, but right now he's working on hitting the ball the other way, and he's come up really big for us in the past couple weeks, and hopefully he can finish strong and keep that going.
Well, you've got Matt Neal tonight, and his last full start here, he was tremendous. He hung in to get the win in the suspended game, and then another outing in relief on Sunday. Overall, pitching pretty well lately. What kind of approach are you seeing from him?
Well, I think he's relaxed, a little bit more relaxed right now, and he has, you know, obviously when you're having some success out there, that gives you some confidence, and you start to trust your stuff a little bit more as a pitcher. So I think as long as he goes in with the same approach that he has the last couple times, he should be fine. And my concern is that I've had him out there like twice in the last 5 days going into this start. So that's a little bit of a concern for me, but, you know, we'll see how it works out. And he seems to be fine, and he says that he is. So, you know, we'll just see how it plays out when we get out there.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
The always outstanding Hugh Benedict on our national anthem tonight. As the Revs get set to host the Ducks, Darrell Henry alongside Ray Jensen. And the starting lineups for tonight's game brought to you by Flying Feet. For Long Island, Phelan Lentini will lead off in right. Dan Lyons, the shortstop, hits second. Batting third in center field is Lou Ford. Randy Ruiz, the DH, will bat cleanup. Hitting fifth, the current league leader in batting, Sean Burrows. He's at first base. Mike Blank will do the catching and bat sixth for the Ducks. Elmer Reyes at second base hits seventh. Cody Puckett at third base is batting eighth. And Anthony Vega in left field hits ninth. Again, Lentini, Lyons, Ford, Ruiz, Burrows, Blank, Reyes, Puckett, and Vega for Long Island. For the Revs tonight, it'll be Eric Patterson leading off. He's in left field this evening. Wilson Valdez at shortstop will hit second. Batting third and playing second tonight is Andres Perez. The cleanup man in right field is Brandon Boggs. Hitting fifth at third base, Brian Pounds. Talvin Nash, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Jacob Calderon does the DHing and bats seventh. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is Salvador Paniagua, and batting ninth in center field is James Simmons. Again, Patterson, Valdez, Perez, Boggs, Pounds, Nash, Calderon, Paniagua, and Simmons. For the Revs, those lineups once again brought to you by Flying Feet. Home plate umpire is Joe Del Balso, Dave Shirk at first, Jim Clayton at third, and Matt Neal through his warm-ups is set to go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is up and in with Lentini showing a bunt, and it's ball one. We are underway. 6:32 our start time tonight. 1-0 pitch is right down the middle and a called strike. Lentini hitting at .293 in 42 games with Long Island. Neal winds, fires, swing and a miss, a cutter away. And the count 1-2. Game time temperature tonight, 84 degrees on the stadium board, clear skies. Neal the wind, the pitch. And it missed up and away. Great day to fly a drone, Ray. I saw somebody had a drone in the sky earlier. I have no idea who, but great clear day for that.
Yep, absolutely.
On the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Neal starts the game with a K. A cutter down and away to kick things off. And one down here in the top of the first. Bring on Dan Lyons. Neal 3-8 coming in. The ERA is shrunk to 4.72. 32 outings, 21 starts. 131 and 2/3 innings, 145 hits, only 35 walks. Pitch to Lyons is down and away, just missing. That was his 100th strikeout of the season. The 1-0 to Lyons, and a swing and a foul back, and out of play. The team leader in strikeouts is Rami with 107. Neal the second to hit the century mark this year. Next one is swung on and punched at second, and Perez backs up and makes the play. 2 down. Lyons jammed on that fastball. And a little humpback liner caught. Can I share that? You don't care? That was Matt Peterson's drone that was in the sky. I wondered, like, I was walking out near the clubhouse, and I wondered if the thing would start following me and filming me. Like, did you know I was out there? No? You weren't creeping on me with that thing? Here's Lou Ford, who takes a strike at the knees. Ford, who had been the league leader in hitting when he departed for Mexico, now no longer has enough at bats. And he slaps this one to first. Nash knocks it down, picks up, flips to Neal. He covers. Inning over. It's a 1-2-3. Top of the first inning for Matt Neal. And at the end of a half tonight, it's the Ducks nothing, the Revs coming up.
You're running cross country. No one understands how they keep score. Your friends and family don't understand why you do it, but you understand how it makes you feel. So does Flying Feet. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes has been supplying running shoes and apparel to Central PA's best since 1975. Their staff is made up of runners and coaches who understand your pleasures and your pains. If it's running or cross-country related, Flying Feet knows about it. And with the area's best selection of running shoes, running spikes, and running apparel, there's no good reason to shop anywhere else. Worried about prices? Didn't you hear? Flying Feet is the specialty athletic store without specialty store prices. Come see their selection of the best running shoes and spikes for men, women, and children. No matter what your size, your width, or your ability level, Flying Feet has a full line of running apparel and accessories. So run, don't walk, and talk running with a staff who knows. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Revolution!
Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have a huge final homestand planned, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food. So head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
No score, bottom of the first inning. Ray, I've had a successful negotiation with Matt to play with his drone at some point.
That should be either very interesting or very dangerous to the general public.
We'll
Not
find
sure how to
out.
take that news.
Well, we need some excitement to look forward to once the season unfortunately concludes, whenever that is.
I want to get an over/under on how quickly it will take for you to crash it.
He takes the under. Eric Patterson will lead off against Bruce Kern, who misses low. Well, I definitely don't want to buy him a new one, so maybe I'll be a little careful. Here's the 1-0, and that's over for a strike. Patterson, a strong push here late in the season. He's up to 255 at the plate. And the line from Kern, he deals, and a called strike. He came in with it and got the call from Del Balso. Patterson has hit almost 300 in his last 34 games, 297 during that stretch. 19 extra base hits. Here's the wind, the pitch, and he swings and taps one that stops right in the other batter's box. Mike Blank picks it up foul. Patterson a double last night, picking up his 43rd total extra base hit of the year, ranks 5th in the league. A pitch from Kern and a swing and a bouncer out of the reach of Kern, but at second, Reyes is there, moving to his right, and he'll throw it on to first for the out. Now Kern reached for it, couldn't quite get there, but Reyes taking a side step to his right. He was right there from second base to handle it. Now one away for Wilson Valdez. Kern 9-5, a 3.38 ERA. He had made 27 relief appearances this year, and this is his 12th start. 98 and 2/3 innings, just 91 hits. Opponents hitting only 243. 27 walks, 90 strikeouts, and he starts Valdez with a strike. Valdez hitting 263. And a sac bunt last night that was big, moving the go-ahead run along in the 7th. He swings here and fouls one off into the seats, first base side. His club record 44th sac bunt with York last night. He may have felt a little something on that swing. He takes a walk around, stretching his neck. Now time asked for as he backs out. 0-2, and a foul tip straight into the backstop. Used to have a mic down there back in the day that would have been very much threatened by that foul tip. Pitch to Valdez, a curveball, and he bounces a foul back, much like Matt's drone when I finally get a hold of that thing. Be in grave danger. That'll be a good day for everybody to stay inside. There's a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Valdez having quite the battle here. However, I can't see how many pitches in the at-bat because Paul is scoring tonight, and he has the computer screen turned the other way. Here's a ground ball hit on one hop to short. Lyons gloves it, throws along to first for the out. And Kern begins his night with back-to-back ground balls. And Andres Perez to the plate. Dre trying to become the Revs' third Atlantic League RBI champ in the last 4 years, and he enters tonight with a 7 RBI lead over Chris Wallace. He's got 81. The RBI single in the 7th last night, and looks at a strike here. Batting at .285, that ranks tied for 6th in the league. A 3-hit game last night. 0-1, and he chops one to third. One big hop to Puckett. He went into a squat to glove it and throws it across. 3 different infielders handle ground balls in a 1-2-3 first inning for Kern. And we go to the second tonight. No score.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's fall sales event featuring 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate on all 2015 Outlander Sports and Lancers, or try the 2015 Mirage DE, the best price car in America today that gets up to 44 miles per gallon for only $11,995. And finally, the all-new 2016 Outlander 4-wheel drive with standard 7-passenger seating. All Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages get our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Stop by York Mitsubishi and see what we can do for you. Excludes Evo, Rallyart, and iMeave.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, President of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
No score. We go to the second. Randy Ruiz leading it off and looks at a strike from Neal to begin the inning. Each starter with a 1-2-3 first. We wait for Carlos Hughes to run down and coach first as Ruiz grounds the next one through and into left field, a base hit right through the hole, and he hits it hard consistently and comes in on a hot streak, hitting .464 his last 7. And a base hit in his first at bat tonight. If you're a fielder, you want to be awake when he's got the bat in his hands. And here's Sean Burrows, who leads the league in batting at .347. Some others that are ahead of him, like Ford, even Ruiz, but Burrows has enough at bats or plate appearances per game to qualify, and he takes a fastball strike here to begin things. Left-hand hitter. He's playing at first base for them here again tonight. Came up as a third baseman, made it to the majors with the Padres. The 0-1 and a foul tip back behind the plate. Now, he was a household name as a youngster. I'm sure he can appreciate Redland's visit here on Sunday. He was part of the Long Beach Little League World Series championship team 92 and 93. The star on that team as he swings and fouls one the other way and left and out of play. dad played in the big leagues as well. Stretch from Neal. Another 0-2. And a drive in left field. Right there is Patterson inching over to his left, and he'll grab it. The Burrows hits it on a line the other way, but at Patterson. And one down here in the top of the second. We'll bring up Mike Blank. Long Island's catcher hitting at .284. He's been named the K-Man tonight. There isn't a whole lot of, or there aren't a whole lot of weak spots in their order to choose from as Neal delivers a strike. The whole K-Man selection process. The 0-1, and a swing and a foul back against the netting. Blank with 9 home runs for the year. And Neal's got the jump on him. We had breadsticks on the 26th out of the night last night. It came in the 9th inning. Here's the stretch. And the 0-2. Swung on, bounced to third, Pounds picks it, drops it, picks it back up. Throw to first is late. And the Ducks with 2 on and 1 out on what could have been an inning-ending double play. Made a nice short hop pick on the second bounce, but then simply dropped it, trying to get the grip to make the throw to second base, and they don't get anybody. And now Long Island with 2 on for the dangerous Elmer Reyes. First pitch is popped up, and Pounds and Paniagua will give it a look toward the Ducks on deck area, and it lands about 5 rows in. And just a strike. Reyes hitting at .360 in his first 13 games in the league. 5 home runs, 11 driven in 13 games. Has a home run in 3 of his last 4, including last night. And the last 7, he's hit .471. He must have gotten off to a really cold start. There's the stretch, the 0-1, and a swing and a foul back up on the roof. No balls and 2 strikes. Just kidding, he did not get off to a cold start with them. Last night, he had a homer to left center, an RBI double off the wall and left, a single off the wall and left. Finally lined out in the 9th, hit it off the end of the bat. Time called right before Neal lifted his leg. Revs, by the way, are in the alternate whites tonight with the shoulder stripes and the script Revs on the front. Long Island is in their orange jerseys, gray pants on the road. Neal to stretch, the 0-2, and a miss down and away. Neal, a 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen to close out Sunday's game at Southern Maryland. 2 nights before that, he picked up the suspended game and worked 2 innings, earning the win. Gave up 2 runs, 1 earned, but Revs came back. Pitch, and a swing and a tap foul. It came up off Reyes' torso and out in front of the plate. And Neal's stats from that suspended game finally count. He totaled 7 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. His last full start was here at home about a week and a half ago, Saturday the 5th, and he was outstanding. No decision, but the Revs won 2-1. He deals, and a swing and a foul tip behind the plate. It was the 600th win in team history. He combined on a 2-hitter going 7 innings. Retired 14 of his last 15. Now steps off. Reyes putting up a fight. Another 1-2. And a drive in right. It'll send Boggs back. He'll have room. He waits, squeezes. They'll tag at second with Ruiz, and he will lumber down to third base. A fly ball to right advances the lead runner, and it's first and third with 2 outs. Now we'll deal with Cody Puckett. Barnstormers hosting Southern Maryland again tonight. We'll keep you updated. Their magic number is 3. Both teams winning last night, so still a 3.5 game lead for Lancaster. First pitch to Puckett, swung on, line to left field, trouble, and it will one-hop the wall near the line. 1 run in, Patterson fires to third, late there, as Blank moves into third base, and Puckett's into second with the RBI double. Now he jumps on the first pitch, yanked it toward the corner, at one-hop the wall and left, and Long Island with a 1-0 lead here in the second. They had a 1-0 lead in the third last night, which made it the Revs' 33rd comeback win of the year. And they score the game's first run again tonight. Here's Anthony Vega out of the 9 spot. And the first one from Neal is very high. Puckett, who's 3rd in the league in total hits, putting Long Island in front. 1-0, and it's down and in. And it is an unearned run. Vega, a .265 hitter. There's the 2-0. And that one's in for a strike. He's got good speed, speedy outfielder. Does have 4 home runs for the year. In his second stint with the Ducks after playing with Southern Maryland in the middle. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and it skips to the right of Paniagua, but he'll hustle to it. Slides to it with Neal covering, and Blank took 1 step and stopped right there at third base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to strand 2 in scoring position and make it just a 1-run inning. Neal to stretch. 2-2. Swinging a foul tip in and out of the glove of Paniagua. It was a cutter running in, and it changed direction just enough that he couldn't hang on to it. No, Vega, by that much, stays alive. Neal's first time facing Long Island since June 1st. He deals in the dirt. Paniagua blocks that. A full count. Phelan Lentini at the top of the order would be next. Neal, a loss and a no decision against Long Island this season, but pitched pretty well in his 2 starts against them in the first half. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A cutter in, and only the 1 run comes across. It was unearned. 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the second. Long Island in front, 1-0.
Broadway Transmission I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. Our winning team offers everything from concussion management and sports nutrition to physical therapy and more. For more information, call 877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Nothing Long Island. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Brandon Boggs will lead it off for the Revs. Our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Participant is Jessica McIntyre. Good luck, Jessica. If a Revs player goes yard, you win. Brandon Boggs, the first opportunity here to do that for you. Pitch from Kern, and it's a changeup over for a strike. Boggs at 266, entering play tonight. 12 homers, 46 batted in. 0-1, and it's inside a fastball. Boggs, who's got the Revs' single-season record for homers by a switch hitter, takes in the dirt, it skips away. Followed by Pounds and Nash here in the second. The 2-1, and it just missed away. It's the first time we've seen Kern as a starter. 3-1, and a ground ball toward the middle, and it'll get through. A base hit. Reyes, the second baseman, had him played way toward the hole to pull it, and Boggs hit it in a fairly routine second base position, but nobody was there. Takes advantage of a big opening and has the leadoff hit. It's the Revs' first of the night. And Brian Pounds will follow. Pounds a 2-run hit in last night's game. First offering is inside. It's hitting at 278. 13 home runs, 65 driven in. Went 2 for 3 here last night. Kern stretch, 1-0, and a fastball over for a strike. He is from Long Island. Played in college at Suffolk County Community College. That's the county in which Bethpage Ballpark sits. And then he went on to St. John's U in Queens. And comes back with a fastball strike. Moves ahead of Pounds, 1-2. Another local guy, a spring training invite. earned a spot, and he's had a very good year. He's been as high as AA previously in his career. He's in the Rockies system before this. Now comes home, and a swing and a miss. He got pounds on a slider away, and one down in the second. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Now one on with one out. Revs trail 1-0 here in the second. And to the plate steps maybe their hottest hitter here lately. First pitch is over for a strike. A slider on Nash, who after the bomb last night has homered in 4 of his last 5 home games, 5 of his last 10 total. He's hit .390 his last 12. There's the 0-1, and it's down and away. Blank sliding over in front of it. It's hit safely in a season-high 6 straight. Home run last night is 10th of the year. Revs tying a team record with 6 players with 10 or more. There's the stretch, the 1-1, and a slider over for a strike. First time since 2011 that they've had 6 players with 10 plus. Also did it in 2010, back-to-back years. Trail 1-0 here in the second. The stretch and the 1-2. Breaking ball just off away. Good eye. Really didn't even flinch at it, and it was fairly close. Overall, Nash at 284 now. 10 homers, 26 driven in. Ironically, last night was his first home run with somebody on base. First 9 had all been solo. 2-2. And a strike 3 called, a slider, and it draws a look back from Nash, who's rung up. 2 down in the inning. Kern breaking that one off right around the outside corner. 2 down. Jacob Calderon will dig in. It's amazing that Nash's first 9 were solo. With what the Revs had done in the second half, offensively, their team on base percentage has gone up to 2nd in the league. They get more runners on than most teams. First pitch to Calderon. It is a called strike. Change up on the outside corner. Hitting at 285, 7 homers. The 0-1, and nearly hit him. Fastball in tight. I don't know if the Ducks make a really concerted effort to pitch inside, but a couple of hit batters last night and hit solidly. De La Cruz and Pounds in last night's game. 1-1, swing and a miss. Kept it down and away. Calderon a big hack at it. Kern was born in Stony Brook, New York, on the island. 27-year-old righty, 6'1", 190. He deals, and a curveball swung on and missed. He strikes out the side in order after giving up the leadoff single to Boggs. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left. So we go to the 3rd tonight. It is a 1-0 Long Island lead.
Maple Donuts knows that there comes a point in every kid's summer when the feeling of unfettered freedom begins to fold up faster than a picnic blanket at the first drop of an unexpected summer storm. Charlie and his Maple Donuts team understand that all too soon, lazy mornings on the sofa, splashing in the pool, and weeknight sleepovers will be replaced by bus stops, backpacks, and morning announcements. But Maple Donuts says there's a bright side to the first day of school, kids. Because when you stumble into the kitchen that first morning, chances are you'll be greeted by Mom, enjoying her cup of Maple Donuts' famous coffee and sitting next to a back-to-school tradition, a box of Maple Donuts. And somewhere buried in that box, handpicked by Mom from Maple Donuts' 58 varieties, you may find that, yes, summer is over, but another school year may not be so bad after all. So for every kid coming to grips with going back to school, we say thanks, Mom. And thank you, Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Joel's Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of the York Revolution. They are also a partner in the maintenance of Santander Stadium. Joel's Painting and Contracting is the highest rated painting company in York and Lancaster County. Now is the time to call for great deals on all your interior and exterior projects. A community partner with thousands of happy clients. Hit a home run of Joel's Painting and schedule an appointment today or give them a call at 717-471-4273. That's 717-471-4273 for Joel's Painting and Contracting.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
One 0 the lead for Long Island. We head to the third. Top of the order for the Ducks with Phelan Lentini leading it off. Strikeout victim his first time up tonight. And Neal's first pitch of the inning, a fastball strike right on the outside corner. Lentini back with the Ducks. He had begun the season out of the league as he swings and grounds one up the middle right past Neal's feet and into center. Leadoff base hit. Been in the Pacific Association earlier this season. That's the league where Tim Battle plays. Bring up Dan Lyons. Lyons a line out to second his first time. He got jammed on it. Mention how Lyons, when he had been in the league previously, kind of known as a sure-handed glove guy, good roll guy at the plate. This is the first pitch. It is a called strike, outer edge. This season, a breakout year offensively. He's second in the league in slugging entering play tonight. Third in RBIs and runs, fourth in hitting at .299. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. He chased a cutter in the dirt. Paniagua blocks it out in front of the plate. He's got 72 runs batted in, 73 runs scored third in both. It's a pretty impressive season. Here's the stretch. And the 0-2. Fastball missed high. In the first of their back-to-back titles in 2012, he was the Championship Series MVP and the hero. The game-winning squeeze bunt in the bottom of the ninth in Game 5. Pitch. He swings, fouls it back, out of play. That was against Lancaster. Revs won back-to-back in 2010 and 11. Long Island went back-to-back in 12 and 13, and now Lancaster's trying to do it and trying to finish off the Revs, unfortunately, this week. 1-2, runner goes, it's down low, and Paniagua can't get a throw off. Lentini steals second. That is his 8th with Long Island this season, and in scoring position with no outs in the inning. And the Ducks, who They're second in the league in steals. Have 3 more than the Revs do now. York in third. 133 for Long Island. The 2-2. And a bouncing ball to short. Valdez wants to go to third. And the throw, I believe, hit Lentini and glanced off his helmet. Rolls over toward the Ducks dugout. Lentini's safe at third, and Lyons goes to second base. Second and third with nobody out. The shore out would have been at first. Valdez loves to throw for the lead outs, though. And his throw, I believe, hit Lentini as he went in on the dive at third base and then glanced away. Oh, no, it actually hit Pounds in the glove. But the dive from Lentini must have distracted him, and he was almost reaching right into Lentini's face trying to catch it. Rather than an out and a runner somewhere, they have second and third with no outs. Now here's Lou Ford, who grounded out to first base in the first. Pitch from Neal is down and in. It is Pounds who's charged with the error for not catching it. Pitch to Ford, a swing and a foul the other way and right. And that'll find the picnic area. Pounds has been awesome at third base, but charged with his second here early on tonight. A stretch from Neal. The infield's back. The 1-1. And a foul back upstairs. And Neal ahead of Ford, 1 and 2. And the pitch, breaking ball, he just got a piece. A little tip foul behind the plate. Last night, the Revs ended Ford's 31-game on-base streak, which is the league's second longest this season. Most of that before he went to Mexico. He just returned recently. Another 1-2. And a fish shot in the air at second, caught by Perez up the middle. One down in the inning, and another jam shot, soft liner. In the first, it was Lyons. This one very similarly hit by Ford. And it, too, is caught by Perez, staying in the infield, one away. It's a big first out against a hitter who's very tough to get out. And here's Randy Ruiz. They want to be careful to him with first base open. And a curveball to start him. He fouls it back to the right of the net. And indeed, starting him with something off speed. He singled to left his first time, scored last inning. Came in tonight hitting .464 his last 7. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a high fly ball in right. Boggs will circle under it. He waits. They'll tag from third. Catch is made. And he'll throw it into shortstop. No chance to get Lentini, who's got great speed. He comes in. It's a sac fly. Lyons takes third on it, and it's 2-0 Long Island. Ruiz, his 42nd run batted in just 59 games with them. And a 2-0 lead. It was second and third, though, with no outs. If Neal can hold them to 1 run here, it's not a bad consolation. He'll face Sean Burrows here with a runner at third and 2 outs. Burrows lined to left his first time. The pitch. Slider in for a strike. And Neal ready. The 0-1. And a liner in center. Simmons reading it. He's right there. Hit hard, but right at him. And only the 1 run scores. Neal again escapes and minimizes the damage. 1 run, it'll also be unearned. 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Couple of unearned runs have the Ducks in front 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
He's a great, great man. Was Muhammad Ali a thug? He was colorful, controversial. But this is a guy who did something before anybody else did it. And we were okay with it. A lot of us were okay because of how Ali looked. Handsome, well-spoken, the poetry. There was charisma to it. Richard Sherman just came out of a game and started yelling right in our face.
Dan Patrick.
On Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOIK1350.com.
Hi, this is Bo Vaughn. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
2-0 Long Island. Pair of unearned runs. And the Revs to bat here in the bottom of the third inning. Paniagua leading it off. As Kern winds and deals. And it nails the outside corner, a first pitch strike. Paniagua hitting at .251, 6 home runs. 35 batted in. It's the 0-1. Ooh, way in tight, and it clipped him. Plate ump Joe Del Balso said that it glanced off him, maybe his jersey sleeve. Paniagua even stood there for a moment, not quite sure, and Kern wasn't happy, but it's a leadoff base runner.
Well, Paniagua's not certainly going to argue, no, I don't think it hit me. I'll just stay right here and not take first. He is just going to go ahead and take first.
Well, leadoff base runner James Simmons will follow. And Kern the stretch. First offering is down and away. One time in a high school game, they thought that I was hitting the hands. It hit the knob of the bat. And they asked me, and I showed them, and I realized after the fact I showed them the wrong hand. I showed them my top hand, but I got away with it. You're not going to not take the on base. Here's a ground ball to third, sliding pick to his left pocket, throws to second, the turn to first, and Simmons legs it out. And he'll take Paniagua's spot on the fielder's choice. Pocket a nice sliding pick to his left. And one on with one out. 2-0 Long Island. Go to the top of the order, and Eric Patterson. Nice sunset this evening, a mostly clear night here. Patterson a ground out to second his first time. Kern ready. Pockets in at third. First pitch is down and away. Kern spent most of last year at high A in the Rockies system. Briefly was at double A. One-0. And down and in, and skips away from Blank over to his right. Simmons moves up to second base, a wild pitch. As the Revs trying to get on the board here and cut into the deficit. Kern was a 23rd round pick of the Rockies in 2010. He's out of St. John's University. He was with them in spring training this season before being let go. Now Blank was shaken up on that play. Evidently, their athletic trainer, Dottie Pitchford, coming out along with Kevin Baez. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster hosting Southern Maryland. And each team has scored 2 runs in the first inning. 2-2. Top of the second, Somerset no score at Bridgeport. And Camden is at Sugarland in a little less than an hour. Bo Vaughn, who's doing his walking down in the Revs bullpen, having a chat with Lentini, the right fielder, during this pause. Those two were teammates in Lancaster back in 2012. They're going to let Blank receive a warm-up or two from Kern. I'm not sure what had happened to him, but going to stay in. Glove hand.
That's what it looked like to me. That's what he seemed to be showing to Kevin Baez and Dottie Pitchford. That would explain why he was given 2 warm-up throws back to Kern.
Yeah. Maybe he got thumbed, or some catchers wear a little padding in there. Maybe it didn't do the trick. Here's a fastball strike on Patterson. 2-1. It's 2-0 the lead for Long Island. Revs trying to cut into that. The stretch from Kern. The 2-1. And a miss down low. Well, it looks like he's got some sink to his stuff, and usually right-handed sinkers are the best way to get a catcher's thumb bent back. Maybe a left-hander's cutter. It's misjudged. The 3-1, and that runs inside and missed. Ball 4. A hit by pitch and a walk this inning. And the Revs with 2 on and 1 out. Wilson Valdez coming up. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Revs with Ian Durham and Brad Bergeson out with the elbows. Anthony LaRue with the leg. It's your WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Here's Valdez, digs in with 2 on and 1 out, trailing 2-0 in the third. Stretch from Kern. And he comes home. And a swing and a jam shot punched on the ground softly to second. Only plays to first for Reyes, who has to come in near the infield grass to handle it. Throw on to first for out number 2. Both runners advance at second and third. And Andres Perez will try to potentially tie it up with a base hit. Dre, a ground out to third base, his only at bat. Very little wind tonight, unlike last night. First pitch to Dre, a breaking ball. It's down and away. Just glanced at the flag in right center. Very little movement. Temperature now at 80 degrees here at the stadium. Now Kern ready. The 1-0. And a slider. That one caught the outer edge. A strike called. Last night, I think it kind of died down as the game went on, but during the day anyway, it was really whipping. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Another slider. This one down out of the zone. Count now 1-2. Dre will try to do it from behind in the count. Second and third with 2 outs in the inning. And Kern deals. And a swing and a tip foul. As it trickles off to the right of home plate. Kern has the new ball, the new sign. Another 1-2, and a curveball hooked away as Perez works it even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking for Kern to just make one mistake, or at least something good enough that he can slap somewhere. Now Dre will step out. Kern will step off. Little cat and mouse in terms of the rhythm. Now we're ready. And the 2-2. Swung on and punched right back at him. He catches it. Another jam shot liner. Been a handful of those in the first 3 innings, and this one off the fists of Dre. And softly back to the mound for Kern to catch it. No runs, no hits, 2 men left. We go to the 4th tonight. Ray will have the play-by-play. Revs trail 2-0.
Whether it's for sport, protection, or recreation, Spar Firearms is the best place to go for all of your firearm needs. With a large selection of new and used firearms, Spar carries an array of brands, as well as ammo and other accessories. Whether you're an avid collector, sharpshooting expert, hunter, or weekend enthusiast, Spar Firearms provides everything you need no matter your experience. For the best in convenience, selection, and customer service, visit Spar Firearms, 6108 Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and online at sparfirearms.com.
Turn this on.
The Rich Eisen Show.
He is unbelievable.
Rich Eisen.
Let's go to the phone lines. They are lit. Catherine in South Carolina, can I help you?
Yes, I am having emotional distress.
Don't.
I'm going to sue the Jones family.
Don't.
This is crazy. It's the most stupid, idiotic thing. The Jones are screwing this up. And I am sick. I've left work. I'm nauseous. He's strung us out on DeMarco.
Well, what about the idea that anybody could run behind that offensive line? Catherine, you don't buy that one?
DeMarco is family. He and Tony and Jason do everything together. He's family. I just started to be a Cowboys fan again, and happiness has just plunged to despair. What the Jones has done to my emotional state, they should be sued.
Don't go litigious on me here, okay?
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Top of the 4th here at Santander Stadium. It's a 2-0 Ducks lead over the Revs. Pair of unearned runs. Done the damage thus far tonight. Mike Blank leading off the inning for the Ducks will be Blank, Reyes, and Puckett due up in the 4th. Blank, of course, tonight's K-man, and there's strike number 1. 1-1 to count after first pitch from Neal is outside for ball 1. Breadsticks chance begin raining for Blank. The 1-1 from Neal. Swung on by Blank and popped up towards the first base side. Nash tracking back on it near the bullpen, and he'll put it away for out number 1. Neal managed to get Blank to chase a little bit and popped him up towards the opposite side. Nash, a nice, easy put away there. So 1 away, Elmer Reyes now up. Flew out to right field his first time up in the second. Was responsible for both of Long Island's runs last night off a solo home run and an RBI double. Neal first pitch to Reyes, gets the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 on Reyes. Neal readies again, and the 0-1. Swung on by Reyes, and a bouncer right to Perez at second. An easy relay over to Nash to put away Reyes. 2 away now, and top of the 4th. Still a 2-0 Long Island lead. Cody Puckett now up. RBI double in the second. Got the scoring started for the Ducks. Neal first pitch to Puckett. Right down the chute for strike 1. Neal readies again quickly in the 0-1. Swung on by Puckett. Bouncing right towards short. Valdez, the running throw. Manages to keep Nash on the bag by a toe. And they get Puckett out at first. 1-2-3 inning for Neal. Keeps it a 2-0 Long Island lead. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th now. Revs still looking for runs here at Santander Stadium.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com. Call 855-4-SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 4th here at Santander Stadium. A 2-0 Long Island lead over the Revs. A 1-2-3 top of the 4th for Matt Neal. It's down Blank, Reyes, and Puckett in order last inning. It's been a routine outing for Neal. He's pitched well, but 2 costly errors have led to 2 unearned runs that have done the damage against York tonight. Both errors have been attributed to Ryan Pounds, who's playing third tonight. Typically has been a rock at third base this season, but has not been able to get the grip and a couple of relays his way, and he's gotten runs on base. Runners on bases, I should say. Boggs leading off for the Revs. It'll be Boggs, Pounds, and Nash due up in the bottom of the 4th. Boggs a leadoff single in the second earlier. He's been batting well, already in the history books for the Revolution. 1-1 count for Boggs after Kern finds his zone for strike 1. That's a club single season record for a switch hitter and home runs of 12. All 12 he's hit this season. 1-1 from Kern, inside for ball 2. And that's why Boggs was signed this season. Played with Bridgeport last year before being signed by the Braves organization. 2-1 on Boggs, and a throw from Kern outside for ball 3. 3-1 now for Boggs. Kern readies again in the 3-1. Short check swing by Boggs, and Joe Dub also says he went. Now full count on Boggs. A 3-2 from Kern. Swung on and missed by Boggs. He strikes out. 4th strikeout for Kern tonight. Struck out the side after giving up leadoff single to Brandon Boggs in the 2nd. 3 consecutive ones in order. Now has 4 after that last Boggs strikeout. Pounds now due up. He struck out in the 2nd. Kern readies. Start off a strike right in the zone. Right across the plate. No flirting at the corners there for Kern. 0-1 on Pounds. Second in the league in walks of 60. 0-1 swung on by Pounds and beaten foul just off the netting. Leaning towards the first base side. It's 0-2 now on Pounds. Turn a long look in the blank. Finally agree on a signal. The 0-2 swung on by Pounds. Fly ball towards right center, and Phelan Lentini will call off Lou Ford and put it away for out number 2. 2 away now in the bottom of the 4th. Telvin Nash due up. Struck out his first time as well in the 2nd. Nash is ready. Kern leans in, doesn't like what he sees from blank, then agrees on a signal. First throw to Nash. It's the outside corner for strike 1. Nash, while he's shown his power as of late, in his last 45 games, has 36 walks. He has a good eye at the plate. Time called by Nash. He'll step out. Now back in. The 0-1. A little high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Nash. Currently leading the team in on-base percentage, Nash is .398. 1-1 pitch from Kern down near the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike for Telvin Nash. Kern's still trying to get on the same page of his catcher, Mike Blank, and steps off for a bit. Well, if you want to see Telvin Nash hit, being here at Santander Stadium for games is a nice way to try to go about it. 2-2 now for Nash as he swings and misses at a 2-1 fastball from Kern. Nash has 4 homers in his last 5 home games, so the odds are with you if you've come to Santander Stadium this evening to watch Nash smash one. 2-2, and tad high inside for ball 3. Full count now for Nash. I mentioned those 36 walks in his last 45 games played are because of his good eye at the plate. And inside for ball 4, Nash is walked. Now 37 walks in his now 46 games. He'll take first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Jacob Calderon due up. He struck out his first time up in the 2nd. That Kern strike out the side in that inning. Comes into this evening batting .285 with 7 dingers, 31 driven in. Kern, a watchful eye at Nash first. First pitch at Calderon swinging, but beats foul towards the backstop just to the left. 0-1 on Calderon. Kern, another long look in. Quick nod towards first. Keep an eye on Nash. He readies in the 0-1. Swung on by Calderon and foul again, this time towards the Long Island dugout. 0-2 on Calderon. Calderon is ready. Now just awaiting Kern. Taking his time progressively throughout this outing. 0-2 pitch from Kern down near the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kern working at a very fast pace first 2 innings, but since the third has become more meticulous with his pitch selection. 1-2 for Calderon. The throw from Kern, swung on and missed by Calderon. He wanted that, but just couldn't get it. He strikes out, and that'll end the inning. While a walk to Nash does not do damage, it's still a 2-0 Long Island lead as we now head to the top of the 5th.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to take that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Asics, New Balance, Wilson, and K-Swiss in widths that fit, and the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines ready to help with your selection. Tennis, it's a whole new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, President of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
On to the 5th here at Santander Stadium, a 2-0 Long Island lead over York. Matt Neal on to pitch a 5th inning for the Revs. He's had a fine outing thus far, but 2 errors from Brian Pounds have led to 2 unearned runs for the Ducks. That's been the damage thus far. Anthony Vega starts off the inning for the Ducks. It'll be Vega, Lentini, and Lyons due up here in the top of the 5th. Neal starts off Vega off a strike. Vega showing bunt on that one. The 0-1 from Neal. Vega shows bunt again, lays it down. It is called just foul. Flirted fair territory. And musical horns aplenty. Can he get all 34 seconds of it? My guess is no. That's the over-under tonight, folks. It's more difficult than it seems, trust me. I'm guessing 10 seconds left on that. And he gets all of it. That's what I get for doubting you, Travis. Well done. Musical horns aplenty sound throughout tonight. 0-2 on Vega after the failed bunt attempt. Swung on by Vega and a little tapper down towards second. Dre has it. Throw over to Nash. Draws him off the bag. Vega is safe at first. It's a base hit for Anthony Vega. Now he's on it. First of no outs. Phelan Lentini now up 1 for 2 tonight. Strikeout in the first and then a single in the third. Also stole second that inning. Lentini was with the Ducks last year. Also a veteran in this league in the Barnstormers, former teammate of Bo Vaughn. They shared a locker room in Lancaster in 2012. 1-1 on Lentini after a foul ball towards the first base side. Lentini's single in the third, his first base hit of this series, went 0 for 5 last night. Led off that game as well. The 0-1 from Neal. Given the outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Lentini. Lentini's the, according to the packet I have here, all-time independent baseball stolen base leader with 392. Now make that 393 stolen bases in his career in the Indies. He asks for time and steps up briefly. Takes very little of it. He's back in. Neil Reddy's nods with Paniagua. And the 0-2. Little check swing off near the hilt of the bat from Lentini and rockets towards the first base side foul. Still 0-2 for Lentini. Lentini, an all-star 2012, also an all-star this season. Punched himself a ticket to Bridgeport. The 0-2 from Neal, swung on by Lentini. Bouncer towards second. Dre has it and tosses it over to Nash. Put away Lentini. Vega does advance on it. Vega now at second, but 1 away now. Lentini out at first. Dan Lyons now up. Dan Lyons, and a name that I recognize from my few years here in the Atlantic League, but I've always known him as a fielding player. But this year, not only has he been known for his fielding, but offensively, this has been a great year for him. Enter play tonight, batting .299 of 11 homers and 72 driven in. It's been a wonderful year for him. Neal's first pitch to Lyons, a little low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Lyons. This is his 5th year with Long Island. Member of the Ducks' 15th anniversary team. As Long Island's celebrated that milestone, that's going to be an anniversary coming up for the Revs next year. It'll be their 10th year. 2-0 on Lyons. Another pitch outside from Neal. And we're leaving it up to the fans to choose the 10th anniversary squad for the Revolution. Interesting to see who the fans select. The 2-0 from Neal. Outside again, this time for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on Lyons. Didn't get a hit last night, but was walked twice. Neal Reddy's a look back to Vega at second, and the 3-0 high for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Lyons. Now it's Vega at second, and now Lyons at first with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Lou Ford now up. It's a 2-0 Long Island lead at their two unearned runs were scored by Long Island. 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Lou Ford is ready and settles in. Throw from Neal. Ford swings at the first pitch, but beats it foul towards the first base side off the upper deck and back trickling towards the stands. 1-1 on Ford. Ford also held hitless last night, 0-4 on Monday night. Neal keeps an eye on Vega. He has some speed at second. 0-1 a little high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ford. Ford, an Iron Man last year. He played in all 140 games for Long Island. That's an Atlantic League record. Set an Atlantic League record in hits and with 189 hits in 2014. 1-1 pitch from Neal, swung on by Ford, and this one beaten again foul towards the first base side. That one had some arc to it. Not surprisingly, was also named 2014 Atlantic League Player of the Year. That consistent 2014 season. 1-2, swung on by Ford. He strikes out. Down near the dirt, that pitch, but Ford saw someone he liked and chased. Strikes out for out number 2. Strikeout number 3 for Matt Neal tonight. Randy Ruiz now up, and Fletch now out. Walking towards the mound to talk some mechanics over if Neal. Paniagua out there as well. Make sure that's what to do. Edward Paredes forming in the bullpen for the Revolution. Neal working in 72 pitches here in the top of the 5th. Randy Ruiz not a batter to take lightly. Has a single tonight. Also driven in a run, an RBI sac fly in the 3rd. He readies. Ruiz also the hitting coach of the Long Island Ducks. One of 2 player coaches. He swings first pitch. Bounces right to 3rd and pounds. Gets an easy track on that. And routine throw to first puts away Ruiz and ends the inning. Coach Matt Neal's had some poor errors to deal with. And not his fault, but he hasn't let it hinder his game. He's pitched a fine game thus far and keeps it a 2-0 Long Island lead. It's now time for the Revs to respond, heading towards the bottom of the 5th here at Santander Stadium.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Revolution! Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have a huge final homestand planned, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food, so head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Home half of the 5th here at Santander Stadium. 2-0 the lead for the Long Island Ducks. Due up for the Revs this inning, Paniagua, Simmons, and Patterson. Take a look at your York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Long Island has broken the stalemate in this game early. In the top of the 3rd at Clipper Magazine Stadium, Lancaster broke the 2-2 stalemate, now leading 7-2 in that contest. Kern, first pitch to Paniagua. Paniagua swings at it, beats it foul off the first base side. That one's going to be out of the stadium. Paniagua has some pop to his bat here in September. Had a tremendous home series against Camden and Bridgeport. 0-1 swung on by Paniagua. This one again foul towards the first base side. Some other games going on in the Atlantic League tonight. Harbor Yard, the Bluefish hosting the Patriots. That is scoreless. And Skeeters and River Sharks still in their pregame proceedings down Constellation Field. 0-2 pitch swung on by Paniagua. Gets passed over the head of Kearns and into center field. Paniagua now at first with a single. Leadoff single for Panny. One on at first and no outs. James Simmons now up. Hit a fielder's choice in the third. Safe at first on the fielder's choice. And advanced to second on a wild pitch in the third. Simmons lately has made some fine contributions offensively in his last 24 games played. He has 19 runs driven in. First pitch from Kern gets the inside corner for strike one. 0-1 on Simmons. Revs trying to get on the board here, trailing Long Island 2-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. Kern readies in the 0-1, swung on by Simmons and tap foul back towards the backstop, bouncer. 0-2 on Simmons. Kern a long look in at Blank. His catcher has had some struggles getting on the same page with him. Blank actually had an injury earlier in this contest. Something wrong with his throwing hand in the third. He's still in play. Nothing completely preventing him from making fine throws. 0-2 from Kern outside for ball one down near the dirt. Kern steps off the mound and talks at Blank, and Blank said that was his fault. Got away from Kern as well, so mutual faults taken from both catcher and pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Simmons. Darren, after agreeing with Blank on the signal, takes a look at Panny at first. 1-2 from Kern, swung on by Simmons, jammed him, but it's tracked foul towards the first base side, rolls in front of the Revs dugout and broke his bat as well. And it's a broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. And if you have an ash tree or have any concerns with your ash tree, that EAB or the Emerald Ash Borer, gonna look out for him and get the best preventative treatment possible. And Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, your people to call for any ash tree concerns or EAB concerns. Simmons now back with some new lumber. Let's step in again. Simmons with some key hits the past few games. Had the game-winning RBI in the 8th last Sunday, and then the walk-off hit to win it last Monday. 1-2 from Kern, swung on by Simmons and beaten foul right in front of the plate. Still 1-2 on Simmons. Simmons is now making an impact offensively. He made an impact with his fielding when he was first signed by the Revs, and he signed on July 10th and July 16th against Sugarland in a day game. Robbed Patrick Palmero of a potential game-tying 3-run homer in the 7th. 1-2 pitch from Kern, and Simmons swings and misses. 6 strikeouts now for Kern. Now 1 away here to the bottom of the 5th. 1 on first, and Paniagua after the leadoff single. Patterson now up. Eric Patterson is 0 for 1 tonight. A ground out to second his first time up. Was then walked in the third. Look to either get on base or just hopefully get the Revs on the board here as they trail 2-0 to Long Island in the bottom of the 5th. Kern steps off the mound briefly and adjusts, and now he's ready. Nods his head to blank signal. First pitch to Patterson is inside for ball 1. 0-1 on Patterson. Last 34 games for Patterson, he's batting .297. After a rough start to his season, the second half, he has really shined. Got a nice turnaround for him along with the team. 1-0 from Kern, swung on and missed by Patterson. In his last 34, along with that .297 batting average, his 13 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in, and scored 24 runs in those last 34 contests. 1-1 on Patterson after that swing and miss. 1-1 from Kern. Patterson tries to dig at it in the dirt, but misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Eric Patterson. Patterson will take some time out. And a box steps out. Now he's ready again. And like that he dug at that last pitch to make it 1-2. Throw from Kern. A tad inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Patterson. Thought maybe they'll also might give Kern the corner there, but did not. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Patterson had a nice game yesterday. 2 for 4 for double, a run scored, and a walk. 2-2. Called third strike on Patterson. He doesn't like it. He has some words for Joe Del Balso on the plate. Didn't like it, but keeps it civil. And also some words as well as he walks off. Strikeout number 7 for Bruce Kern tonight. Wilson Valdez now up for his third at-bat. 0 for 2 tonight with 2 ground outs. Valdez is ready. He's waiting on Kern. Takes a look at first. Paniagua on at first. First pitch to Valdez, outside for ball 1. Long Island leaves the Revs by 2. 2-0 score here in the bottom of the 5th. .1-0 from Kern. Valdez shows bunt but pulls back. It's low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Valdez. 2 errors for the Revs tonight from an unlikely source. Brian Pounds has been given both errors. Just has not been able to find the grit with some throws to him at third tonight. Very unlike him, has been a rocket third this season. Allowed for 2 unearned runs to score because of those errors. 2-0 swung on by Valdez. That's a nice track towards left center. And a drop in front of loop 4. Panny will move to second. Valdez is on at first with a single. Runner at second and Paniagua, and first at Valdez. And 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Revs trying to get one on the board here as they trail Long Island by 2. Andres Perez now up for his third at-bat of the evening. First time out, grounded out to third in the first. And then lined out right back to Bruce Kern in the third. The old-time leader in hits for the Revs. Looking to get them on the board. Kern readies. Stretch and throw. High for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes for Perez. Turn readies again. The 1-0. Swung on and gets away from Blank. Catching duties tonight for Long Island. No advancement from either Paniagua or Valdez. The swing and miss for Perez on that one, so it was 1 ball, 1 strike for Dre. Perez has been a frustrating hitter for opposing teams to face, but the Ducks have had his number this season, only batting .196 against Long Island thus far. Brian Pounds also facing the same struggles offensively. He's also batting .196 against the Ducks. 1-1 from Kern. Down outside near the dirt. Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike on Perez. Revs trying to score. They have a runner in scoring position. Paniagua is at second, Valdez at first. Paniagua and Valdez both with singles this inning. The 2-1 from Kern, swung on by Dre and foul towards the hop corner and left on the third base side. 2-2 on Dre. If runners in scoring position with 2 outs on the board. Perez batting .272. 2 homers and 31 driven in that situation. 2-2 swung on by Perez, tracking towards left field. It's going to drop it in front of Vega. They're sending Panning from third. He is going to score. They are sending Valdez. Valdez is going to score. He will. It is a 2-2 tie now. The Revolution have tied this ball game. The all-time Revs leader in hits has done it again. A 2-run triple for Andres Perez, barring any errors from left field and Vega. Looks like they're going to give that to Dre. It will be a triple. A 2-run triple for Andres Perez has tied this game 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th. That's exactly what the Revs needed. Now Marty Jansen out. We'll talk over with Bruce Kern, trying to keep his head in the game here after giving up the 2-run triple to Andres Perez. It's now a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 away. Dre is at third, representing the leading run. Brandon Boggs now at the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight, with a single and a strikeout. Ducks with bullpen activity. Nick Struck warming up for Long Island. 0-1 the count early on Boggs. They're called for strike. Kern readies quickly in the 0-1 outside. Blank had to take a stab at that to prevent it from getting away from him. 1 ball, 1 strike on Boggs. Boggs of runners in scoring position, batting .245 on the season. Against Long Island, Boggs batting .212. 1-1 from Kern inside ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike for Boggs. Potential to give the Revs the lead after the 2-run triple from Andres Perez has tied this game at 2 apiece. 2-1 from Kern. High for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Boggs, who stands completely still. Now he makes some movement. Foot out of the box now. He wanted to not move at all to make sure that was called ball 3. 3-1 from Kern. This one finds a zone for strike 2, I should say. But that was a tad high myself, but Joe Del Balso did not think so. Full count now for Boggs. Kern trying to prevent the Revs from taking the lead. Boggs, of course, trying to do the opposite. 3-2 from Kern, swung on by Boggs. This one foul and out of play on the third base side, over the stadium. Then towards the roof. Still a full count for Boggs. time called as stray ball is rolled into the infield. Out of the bullpen, Nick Struck warming up for the Long Island Ducks out of their bullpen. One got away from his reach there. Time called again, this time from Boggs. He readies now. Kern is ready as well, and the 3-2. Inside, Boggs again still as a statue, and it's called ball 4. Boggs, an expert at drawing walks. Leads the league. Now with 68 walks, he is given first. And Kevin Baez now coming out. Looks like he's going to pull Bruce Kern. And Brian Pound's now up. Precarious situation here. Runners at the corners. Boggs at first, Dre at third. And he has made the move. It will be the end of Bruce Kern's night. It will be Nick Struck coming in relief for the Long Island Ducks. A rough 5th inning for Kern. Calls it the end of his night. In his last start, only gave up 2 runs, which were earned. Went 6 2/3, and a win for the Ducks on the 5th of September. Threw 113 pitches and 70 strikes. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Could not find the same production tonight. 29 pitches for Kern in the bottom of the 5th alone. And the one that did the most damage against the Ducks was the pitch that Dre liked, took a swing at it, ended up being a 2-run triple for the Revolution. Andres Perez, the all-time hits leader for the Revolution, has tied the game up 2 apiece for the Revs. After the Revs trailed 2-0 after 3, some unlikely errors from Brian Pounds allowed 2 unearned runs to score. And now the Revs responding here in the bottom of the 5th, the 2-run triple from Andres Perez, exactly what the doctor ordered. Bringing Darrell Henry as he catches up in the scorebook. And Darrell, that 2-run triple is exactly what the Revs needed in this situation. A clutch hit from Dre, who we know has it in him.
Yeah, just kind of waiting for somebody to get the big hit tonight, and lo and behold, it's the league leader in RBIs who does it. And I thought the approach that inning was very good. Even though there were a couple of strikeouts, they were really patient on Kern. I thought they did a good job of recognizing his curveball, which he tried to use the 3rd time through, and finally breaking through here in the middle innings.
Absolutely. You knew someone was going to get that big hit. It's just the way it's been in these last couple home games, and Dre the one tonight that tied the game. Pound settles in. Nick Struck now in relief for the Ducks. First throw to Pounds is outside for ball 1. Last appearance for Nick Struck came on September 13th in Game 2 of a doubleheader. Pitched a scoreless inning. The 1-0 from Struck swung on and missed by Pounds. Pounds looking to give the Revs the lead. Runners at the corner for Pounds. And Perez at third, Boggs at first after the walk issued for Kern. 68th walk issued to Boggs this season. Leads the league in that category. 1-1 on Pounds. 1-1 throw from Struck outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Pounds. Nick Struck against the Revs this season, 2-0 in 6 appearances, 4 2/3 innings pitched. He's only given up 1 hit to York, 10 strikeouts, and that 1 hit given up to the Revolution was a double. 2-1 on Pounds, runner going Boggs, and he'll have to stop and head back. Not to be, it would be a stolen base. No throw. Just let up so much, fooled me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Struck really even looked at him, so he almost went in walking.
It literally did. He didn't have to use as much cardio as he expected. I think it surprised him. Blank, I thought, would throw, but not to be. Pounds swung and missed on the 2-1 from Struck, so it's 2-2 on him now. That is a stolen base for Boggs. Probably as easy as it's going to get for him this season. 2-2 from Struck. Thought he got the outside corner, was walking off the mound, but not given. Full count for Brian Pounds. Oh, 3-2 from Struck, and Pounds swung on it and beaten foul towards the first base side and towards the Mezzogiorno Picnic Pavilion. Still a full count for Pounds. Our runners at third and second. Boggs stole second off a 2-1 pitch from Struck. Dre reached third off a 2-run triple earlier this inning. Struck a long looking to Mike Blank. He readies the 3-2. Swung on and missed by Pounds. And that will end the inning. But the Revs tied the game at 2 apiece at the 2-run triple from Andres Perez. It's a tie ball game here at Santander Stadium. We're out here to the top of the 6th.
Maple Donuts knows that there comes a point in every kid's summer when the feeling of unfettered freedom begins to fold up faster than a picnic blanket at the first drop of an unexpected summer storm. Charlie and his Maple Donuts team understand that all too soon, lazy mornings on the sofa, splashing in the pool, and weeknight sleepovers will be replaced by bus stops, backpacks, and morning announcements. But Maple Donuts says there's a bright side to the first day of school, kids. Because when you stumble into the kitchen that first morning, chances are you'll be greeted by Mom, enjoying her cup of Maple Donuts' famous coffee and sitting next to a back-to-school tradition, a box of Maple Donuts. And somewhere buried in that box, hand-picked by Mom from Maple Donuts' 58 varieties, you may find that, yes, summer is over, but another school year may not be so bad after all. So for every kid coming to grips with going back to school, we say thanks, Mom. And thank you, Maple Donuts.
Maple Donuts taste right.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's fall sales event featuring 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate on all 2015 Outlander Sports and Lancers. Or try the 2015 Mirage DE, the best price car in America today that gets up to 44 miles per gallon for only $11,995. And finally, the all-new 2016 Outlander 4-wheel drive with standard 7-passenger seating. All Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages get our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Stop by York Mitsubishi and see what we can do for you. Excludes Evo, Rallyart, and iMeave.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 6th inning, tied at 2. My thanks to Raymond. Thank you, Ray.
Always happy to call on a few exciting innings, especially when the Revs completing one half of a comeback. Now it's time to go full circle.
Tell you what, I went out of the booth during that bottom of the 5th inning, and when they scored the 2, could really get an appreciation for how loud our fans are when things go well, even on a September midweek night, and how loud they can be when the umpires screw up. Here's Sean Burrows, who leads off the 6th, and Matt Neal delivers a strike.
I think our crowd mic picks that up quite clearly.
Yes, that is no mystery to our listeners. Burrows 2 at-bats, 2 line drive outs. Here's the 0-1, and a foul out of play, third base side. You were just blowing up over there. Or was that me?
That's you, dude.
Oh, really? There's the 0-2. Swinging a foul tip, and Paniagua held it. Joe Del Blaso peeking around his shoulder to make sure it was in the gloves securely. It was. And Neal with his 4th strikeout of the night. Revs last inning Had Paredes up just in case. This inning, it's Luis Perdomo who's throwing. Neal only at 76 pitches, but he did have a different week leading up to this start. Here's Mike Blank, who swings and skies the first one to center. That'll help. James Simmons is there, and he snatches it into the glove. Little quick snap of the mitt on it, and 2 down. A 1 pitch out.
Yeah, that'll always help things. Neal appeared in relief on Sunday, so not a whole lot of rest before this start. But aside from the errors from Pounds that are quite a surprise in the night, Neal has pitched a fine game.
Here's Elmer Reyes, who takes down and away. He's flied out and grounded out tonight. Last night, the Revs had not seen him before. Tonight, they at least have last night to go off of as Neal misses low. 2-0.
We saw a lot of things what Elmer Reyes could do offensively, driven both runs for the Ducks last night. Definitely an offensive power.
Pitch to him, a big swing and a miss. He swung fastball. Neal gave him off speed. Had him way early. 2-1.
Well, Reyes he's an aggressive hitter, and pitchers of nice off-speed stuff can definitely use that to their advantage.
Pitch swung on, hit in the air and right. Boggs will back up a couple of steps, but he's right there. 1, 2, 3, top of the 6th for Matt Neal, right after his team tied it up. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 2-2.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Do it for me. Do it for America.
Rich Eisen.
Looks like Mark Sanchez, this is his team now. And he dropped a 50-yard dime on Jeremy Macklin in his first pass attempt. And Jason Peters says he didn't know it was Sanchez back there. He didn't know that Foles went out. He turns around to celebrate with his quarterback and give him an attaboy. And it's Sanchez.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Two-two. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Each team with 4 hits. Revs do have 2 errors. Long Island's runs unearned, but York offense bringing this even to start this game over. Bottom of the 6th inning, Nick Struck stays in. And Torn Pants Talvin leads things off.
Yeah, it's a nice hole right there.
He's had those for a while. First pitch, a swing and a ground ball to third, hit sharply, but right at Puckett. And he'll toss it across to first, 1 away. I think I noticed that on the previous homestand.
Valdez once tore his pants here at a home game, and that was, you could not miss that tear. This one a slide to second, and just a tear right under the right underside of the pant.
It's Jacob Calderon, who swings first pitch and loops a pop foul. It'll land on the roof of the Ducks dugout. Pop up into the stands. Struck has retired each of the 2 that he's faced thus far. Got the final out of the 5th inning. 5-3 with a 2.11 ERA coming in. He deals, and a slider hooks low. 47th appearance, his 46th in relief. He's held opponents to a 2.06 average for the year. 1-1, and a swing and a bouncer down to first. Burrows has it. He'll lead Struck to the bag. 2 down. Got in on Calderon, who pounded it straight into the ground. Duck pitchers have really pitched inside here in this series. A lot of jammed swings. Here's Paniagua, who started that 2-run 5th inning with a sharp single up the middle on an 0-2 curveball. He stayed on it and ripped it up the middle on 0-2. And the first one from Struck is inside. He starts him with a breaking ball.
And that 0-2 single came right at Kern, who previously had a liner right his way from Perez in the third and had a nice read off the mound on that, but that went over his head.
Here's a chopper over Struck, leaping. Up the middle is Reyes. Behind second, he gloves it and throws to first for the out. He had Paniagua played to pull and was ready for it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning on all ground outs for Nick Struck. We'll go to the 7th tonight. Revs and Ducks tied at 2.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Savory's Funnel Cakes have brought their delicious funnel cakes from the York Fair to Santander Stadium. Be sure to visit their stand on the third base concourse near the hot corner, as they offer both regular and pumpkin funnel cakes. Also, be sure to check out Savory's Funnel Cake Eating Challenge played between innings during York Revolution home games. They also offer event catering. Give Savory's a call at 717-271-3485. That's 717-271-3485. Savory's Funnel Cakes, York's delicious delicacy for all to enjoy.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
We head to the 7th. Matt Neal working on 81 pitches as we begin the inning. Face Cody Puckett up first. Two game, 8-9-1 due up for the Ducks. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Lancaster an 8-3 lead, hosting Southern Maryland in the 5th. First pitch to Puckett is down and away for ball 1. Somerset a 5-0 lead in Bridgeport in the bottom of the 5th. If that holds up, Long Island clinches a berth tonight. Here's a drive into the gap in left center. It'll land for a hit. Simmons will cut it off on a hop back toward the track, fires it in and holds Puckett to a single. But he's 2 for 3, and the leadoff man is on here in the 7th.
Yeah, well, a good job for the Revs to keep Puckett to a single, as he is a dangerous leadoff hitter for the Ducks. Has had the most leadoff at-bats for Long Island, 117. 4 homers in that spot, and batting .274 in that situation. Not a huge surprise. He had success in that at-bat, but definitely a runner to look out for if Vega now on.
I might see him bunt. He's 1 for 2 with an infield hit. And they will try it. First pitch is bunted in the air. Paniagua's got it. In foul ground over to the right of home plate. He came out of his squat and found it right away. And a failed bunt try for out number 1. Vega bunted into a fielder's choice in a tie game in the 7th last night for an out when it was the same score. 2-2. Lightning strikes twice. And now we go to the top of the order, and Phelan Lentini. Lentini tonight, 1 for 3. A single, a steal, and a run. Neal out of the stretch. Delivers, and a swing and a popped foul out of play, right field side. The other game currently, bottom of the 2nd inning in Texas. Camden and Sugar Land have no score. Now Neal ready. 0-1, and a missed low. Revs again do have a reliever ready. They're keeping one ready. Not sure. It's Perdomo again. It's him last inning. Neal, the 1-1. And a bouncing ball to short. Valdez has it to second 1. Perez the turn 2. In time to get Lentini. 6-4-3, and Matt Neal threw 7 strong innings tonight. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left, just in time to turn the Twin killing. 7th inning stretch, it's a 2-2 game.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
High school football is on Sports Radio 1350 this fall. Tune in every Friday night for the WOYK High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Your kids, your teams.
Henry has it, turns the corner, he's inside the 5, he's at the goal line, he's into the end zone. Andrew Henry, 7-yard touchdown run, would not be denied.
It's local sports from local people on York's only local sports station. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Come on!
Colin Cowherd.
Here's Chip Kelly talking about Tim Tebow once he released him.
I didn't feel like he was good enough to be the 3 right now.
He didn't say backup that just gets in. He's not good enough to be the 3rd-string quarterback. And here's the thing. You can have him on the roster. You can't have him right behind Sam Bradford, who would pull a hammy yawning.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 7th inning, left-hander J.C. Romero, the new pitcher for the Ducks. A 2-2 game. Matt Neal threw 7 strong innings. And a double play from an unlikely source to end the top of the 7th. Well, the Revs with Simmons, Patterson, and Valdez coming up against the lefty Romero, who's 0-1 in 32 games. Sports a 2.01 ERA. 31 and a third innings, just 23 hits. Opponents hitting 202. 12 walks, 22 Ks for the former world champ with the Phillies back in 08. Also been in the majors with the Twins, the Red Sox, among other teams. James Simmons to get things started. First pitch is fouled back into the netting. Simmons 0 for 2 tonight. Fielder's choice and a K. Struck went 4 up, 4 down in his relief outing. The 0-1, and it misses up high. Fastball at 89. Romero, 14 years in the majors. 1-1. Oh, did that hit him? A foul tip? Oh, are they awarding him first or appealing? They're appealing. What in the heck is going on here? Simmons started the turn and it hit something. Was it his bat or his hands? And they appealed to first base and said no swing. How can that be? Is it a hit by pitch or a foul tip? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it went off the catcher's mitt looking at the replay. I thought for sure it was either Simmons' bat or his hands. He got out of there. It was a close call.
Yeah, I think they're saying foul tip, a 1-2 count now for Simmons.
Interesting. Romero delivers and missed down low, 2-2.
And the appeal to first had to be on what it hit him or not, because foul tip's a foul tip. You don't need to check it first for there's a swing there, touch the bat.
Yeah. The 2-2, way inside. Simmons jackknifes out of the way. Unless it actually went off the catcher's glove, if that's what the deflection was, and then they were asking if he went on the swing or not, and if the first base ump said no, then how all of a sudden were there 2 strikes? And here you go. Here's the confusion because they didn't clearly signal anything, and the Revs dugout thought that Simmons just had ball 4, but they're not giving him first base because nobody told anybody anything. Apparently it's a full count, and that was ball 3, not ball 4. Here's the 3-2, and a ground ball to shortstop. Right there is Lyons, slings it on to first for the out, and there's one away.
It wasn't that frustrating.
A little bit. Our buddy Jeff down there is listening. He tells us that they called it a foul tip, but then why are they asking on the appeal? What sense does that make?
It's like when Benny Cunningham against the Seahawks this weekend. The referees thought he called fair catch when he was just telling his teammates to back off when he was catching an onside kick.
That's terrible.
Almost gave the Seahawks the ball.
There's Eric Patterson who takes a strike.
Everyone gets confused once in a while, even NFL referees like Jeff Triplett. So I think he gets confused most of the time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's a fastball inside, 1-1. What game did Ed Hockley have this past weekend?
I believe I saw him at the Monday night game at the Field of Jeans, Levi Stadium, Vikings and Niners. I believe he was at that one. I don't think he did any Sunday games. At least he did. I didn't see it.
Here's a comebacker to Romero. He's got it on one hop and runs to first, underhands to Burrows. 2 down. Sun's out, guns out at Levi's Stadium? Or?
I believe so. Well, it was like sundown at that point, I think, when I was tuned into that game. I know for a fact that the Jets had Jerome Boger. My nickname for Jerome Boger is Sweetness. You can't be mad at him with that voice. Even when he's putting the sticks to my New York Jets.
Yes, it does just roll off the tongue when he announces yet another bad call. Here's Wilson Valdez, who's 1 for 3. Single and a run scored tonight. Had a big 2-out hit in that 5th inning and takes low from Romero. The two were together with the Phillies in 2010. Romero was with 7 different major league teams. Began this year in Mexico. The 1-0 and a ground ball skidding to second. Reyes to his right, gobbles it up, throws to first, and it's a 3 ground out 7th inning. Kern had one in the first. Struck had one last inning. It's the 3rd time tonight that Ducks pitchers, 3 different pitchers, have set the Revs down in order on all ground outs. We'll go to the 8th. Still tied at 2.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Revs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. Our winning team offers everything from concussion management and sports nutrition to physical therapy and more. For more information, call 877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Head of the 8th inning, Luis Perdomo takes over. Fine effort for Matt Neal tonight. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 2-2. Neal goes 7, gives up 2 unearned runs on 5 hits. Walked 1, struck out 4. He threw 87 pitches, 67 for strikes. Just 20 balls all night. 4 of those were to one hitter, the one that he walked. Excellent effort. It'll be another no decision for him. And here's Dan Lyons, who shows a bunt. Perdomo misses high. Lyons 0 for 2 with that 1 walk. Long Island's got Ryan Kushmal in their bullpen, their former closer. Diaz has been closing. Here's a fastball that's over for a strike at 91. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Ducks here in the 8th. Perdomo 2-1, a 2.35 ERA. He deals, and a tapper foul. It glanced off Lyons then on the bounce. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's going to be a whole lot of candy on this field after the game. Matt, are you going to drone film that? No? Here's the pitch. And that misses in the dirt. 2-2. Is that the right term for it?
I don't know, but you sounded like such a dad saying that. You going to drone film that, Matt? Take your dew whistle up into the air? Oh, goodness.
Oh, man. I'm getting old. It's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. A sinker down, and Perdomo with a strikeout to begin the 8th. One away, and Lou Ford coming up. Couple of change. Well, everything has changed on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster has added a run. Bless their hearts. They lead Southern Maryland 9-3 in the 6th. Pitch to Ford is in. Oh, they're going to call a hit by pitch. He tried to jump out of the way, and evidently it just nicked his jersey. So one-out base runner here in the 8th. Bridgeport's on the board, but Somerset still in front, 5-2 in the 6th inning at Harbor Yard. And in the 3rd inning, Sugarland has drawn first blood. Well, they did it in the 2nd inning, but they lead Camden in the 3rd inning 2-0. No postseason implications in that series. Here's Randy Ruiz, who takes a strike. Ruiz 1 for 2, has singled, scored, and has a sac fly. He wields a bright red bat. There's the 0-1, and he bounces it toward third, but foul, down to Kevin Baez. That thing is bright red. There's the stretch. And the 0-2. Down and away in the dirt, and Paniagua makes a tough block. Had to get to his right and get down. Two-two game here in the top of the 8th. Perdomo the stretch. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. It snuck a step behind Paniagua. He picks up and throws, and it's knocked down by Perez. In front of the bag and a little late on Ford, who took off right away. Now the go-ahead run goes to second. They get the out, though, on Ruiz, who chased in the dirt. And here comes Mace. They will match up against Sean Burrows, the lefty. And I would imagine it's Paredes, and it is, as he comes marching in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Perdomo, a pair of strikeouts. Ford will move up on a strikeout wild pitch. Paniagua blocked most of it, but it got just far enough behind him. Ford, an aggressive base runner, took off as soon as he saw it in the dirt. So Eddie in next. Now tomorrow night, the Revs will wrap up the series against the Ducks before welcoming the Patriots to town. And tomorrow at 6:30, Rami Lewis makes the start. Long Island with Joe Bircher, the left-hander, starting. Recently added. Our first look at him, of course. And tomorrow night, library card sign-up night. September is library card sign-up month. So fans get a free ticket in the lawn section if they show their library card at the ticket office. And York County Library members can upgrade from the free ticket to a field box seat for just $4. Inside the park, you can enter to win cool prizes at the York County Library's table. You can also take your picture in front of a really cool backdrop with Snoopy as Joe Cool. Tickets are on sale at YorkRevolution.com. 717-801-HITS and at the Apple Chevrolet ticket office.
That's not an incentive to use your library card. I don't know what is. I'll have to go find mine.
Joe Cool.
No, I'm a member of the Colt Rider Beneford Library in Red Lion.
I did not know that about you.
Did. Avid reader. Still am when I have the time.
You know what's ironic about that being tomorrow night is that Rami's starting, and as we've heard on previous rants, Rami likes books. But we've never really done a rant about it.
Maybe you should, rant about that.
Maybe.
I think that's a hot topic, or the Oakland Raiders. He's very passionate about the Raiders.
Done deal. We'll do it before we have to bid adieu to this season. We'll do it.
Excellent.
And we'll try to talk with Steven about
anything.
Yeah. Maybe nothing. Here's Burrows. Paredes ready. First pitch. Hit him. Did not want to do that. The first one ran in. Got away from Eddie. And it got Burrows on the arm. So the second hit by pitch of the inning. Got him on the back arm. The inside of the left arm. Forearm area. It started up and in and just kept tailing. So 2 on with 2 out, and now Paredes has to face a righty, Mike Blank. In fact, the next 3 hitters right-handed. He's brought in to face the lefty who leads the league in hitting, but on one pitch hit him. First pitch to Blank is a strike. Outside corner at the knees. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Has reached on an error, popped up and flied out. Paredes trying to keep it tied, 2-2 in the 8th. On the stretch, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. On a slider. Oh, by the way, Blank is the K-man tonight. Eddie looks in, shakes off, nods yes, and Blank, in the meantime, asks for time. Now back in, Paredes is ready with it. The 0-2, and a change up, down and away. Trying to get Blank to extend the zone, 1-2. Travis is on the pizza sound effect tonight, isn't he?
Oh, he wants a strikeout.
A 1-2. Swung on, bounced to short. Valdez up on it, gloves, fires on the run, got him. Inning over. And Paredes works out of it. He and Perdomo each hit a batter, but Paredes records the ground out and strands both. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Revs and Ducks tied at 2.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Waking up with the Zabe. The Steve Zabin Show.
And I know people, I can already hear you screaming at your radio. You don't even have a real job, Zabin. You just sit in front of the microphone and flap your cake hole around. I understand that. I'm not upset to be back today. I need to get back. I need to get back on the horse and get back riding again. I'm just saying it's going to take me a segment or two to get up to speed. Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
2-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Ryan Kushmal will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Began the year as the Ducks closer. He's now setting up for Amalio Diaz. That'll be Perez, Boggs, and Pounds due up here in a tie game. Ray, with you in the booth with me tonight. Adam McAllister on PA. He's a huge fan of our new afternoon addition to the lineup, the Herd. He was pumped about that.
He was, and I can see why. He's an outspoken of a guy as Colin Cowherd. Sure, those personalities click between listener and I guess we can call him master orator. That is Colin Cowherd. He was letting his callers have it today.
Yeah.
He was not happy. The quality of callers. Now, you can say what you want about Colin Cowherd, but if you are making the effort to call into his show, you know what is most likely going to happen.
That was funny. Perez will lead off. Kushmal's first pitch of the inning is in for a strike. Dre has both ribbies for York. 1 for 3, a 2-run double in the 5th. Tied the game, gave him a league-leading 83 runs batted in. Here's the wind and the 0-1. That's outside a ball. Kushmal 4-2, a 3.23 ERA, 52 games. He's got 26 saves. Diaz now has 13. Fiddles for the grip in his glove. Now winds and deals. And a ground ball left side. Diving stop at short, but Lions will just hold it. It's an infield hit for Dre. His second hit of the night. And the Revs have the leadoff man on. We'll bring up Brandon Boggs. Lions laid out for it, but there was going to be nothing he could do. And now Boggs, who's 1 for 2. Single, a walk, a steal. Puckett is in on the grass at third, anticipating a bunt. And Kushmal set. First pitch is over for a strike. No sign of a bunt from the Revs cleanup man. Does have 2 sack bunts on the year. Now Boggs will ask for time and take a step out. Kushmal, who spent 5 years in the White Sox system. He was a Southern League All-Star twice. Here's the stretch. And a move to first. Back standing is Perez. Even as he works out of the stretch, he's got that glove flipping back and forth. I guess he does that so that he can fiddle for the grip and the hitter will never know that it's anything different. Similar to what Ryan Dempster used to do in his windup. There's a slider inside, 1-1. Tied at 2, Perez on at first, leading off the inning with the hit. Here's the stretch. And the 1-1 down and in, a fastball missing. 2 balls and a strike. Should get my finger on that delay button. There's the stretch. And the 2-1. Fastball and a called strike. Bit of a delayed call in tight. That's not where blank was set up, but I'll say that it caught the plate. 2-2. Ready again. And he deals. And a rip foul down the third base side. It bangs off the bench in the Ducks bullpen and ricochets out towards shortstop. Now it'll stay 2-2 on Boggs. He's having a good patient at bat here. It's a guy that does not mind hitting deep in a count. Definitely has a big league eye. Kushmal ready. Another 2-2. Upstairs, and Boggs works it full. Leads the league. He leagues the lead. Or leads the league.
Those L's.
With 68 walks. And it's plate appearances like this that are a big reason why. Here's the stretch from Kushmal. The 3-2, Perez is running, a swing and a miss, throw from blank, and Dre is in head first. Well, Boggs didn't want the strikeout, but on the pitch, Perez steals second, and they move the go-ahead run into scoring position, and the swing certainly didn't make the throw on blank any easier. They sent Perez with 3-2 and no outs. He steals his third base of the season. And a base hit could give the Revs the lead in the eighth. Here's Brian Pounds, who's 0 for 3, 2 Ks and a flyout. And the righty's set. They set up in. First offering is swung on, a broken bat grounder, right side. Reyes to his left, gloves, fires, gets him on a close range throw. Got Pounds by a step. Another bat that cracks on a jammer. And Reyes had to scoot way to his left, and then it rolled softly to him. It was starting to come to a stop. Perez to third with 2 down. The broken bat brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. If you've got an ash tree or any tree care concern, visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com. They specialize in treating EAB. That would be your primary ash tree concern. Here's Talvin Nash. He's 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Dre at third, 2 outs. And Kushmal set. First pitch, up and in at 91. In near Nash's hands. May not be a hotter Revs hitter here of late. There's the stretch from Kushmal. Now the 1-0. That's up and in. Missed again. They're trying to pound him in and make him uncomfortable. And maybe they just really don't want to face him all that much. Be interesting to see how they come at him 2-0. Jacob Calderon on deck. There's the stretch from Kushmal. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. A fastball again in. And it's interesting to see them keep coming in on him. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now ready. And time asked for. Kushmal was taking a long time to get into his set position. He was passing the time by jiggling the glove around. Is his distinct thing. Now the 2-1 swing and a foul tip squeeze. Or maybe it just rattled around in the catcher's mitt. I thought I heard the double click. But either way, Nash swings through it. 2-2. It's another fastball inner part of the plate, it looked like. Normally you expect them to pitch him away with so much power. 2-2. Now set. They're going in again. The pitch to him. Called third strike. Down and in. He slams his helmet down. And that ends the inning. No runs, one hit. And the Revs leave the go-ahead run at third base. Nash angrily dumps his batting gloves down at the plate. He was not happy with that one. We'll go to the ninth. Still tied at 2.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
We're everywhere. Listen on the go with the WOYK mobile apps. Download today at WOYK1350.com.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Nine to 2, we head to the ninth inning. Stephen Penny comes on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And just after 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
A tie game as we begin the ninth. And Penny will face Elmer Reyes up first, 7-8-9 for the Ducks. And first pitch of the inning, it is over for a strike. Reyes a fly out to right, ground out to second, line out to right. Penny the third reliever used in the last 2 innings. The 0-1. Fastball just missed, down and away. He's 4-5, a 3.24 ERA in 53 outings this season. 5 saves as well. Now Penny to the belt, the 1-1, and in the dirt. Two balls, 1 strike. Team record 218th appearance. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Reyes tried to kill it on a fastball in. Two balls, 2 strikes. Penny fires, and a swing and a foul the other way and right into the picnic area. Bounces up under the awning. Two again. And another foul. This one straight back over the roof. Well, Southern Maryland's making a comeback. It's 9-4.
You say that with great faith, I notice.
Yep. It's in the 8th. Our York Mitsubishi out of town scoreboard. Another 2-2. And a foul. It's kind of tipped over toward the backstop just right of the netting. And it came off the bat awkwardly. Penny had him off balance. Long Island, they clinch a berth tonight if Somerset wins in Bridgeport, and the Patriots are up 6-2 in the 7th. Penny again deals, and a rip left side and through the hole, a base hit. Now Reyes, a leadoff single to start the 9th. After all those fouls, Revs were guarding the line here in a tie game in the 9th inning, and he hit it just over to Pound's left. Came in hitting .471 his last 7. Here's Cody Puckett, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI double. Opened the scoring back in the 2nd inning. He squares to bunt and gets it down. Penny is in, looks at second, throws to first though, and takes the out there. And one away here in the top of the 9th. Reyes to second base. Sacrifice is good, 1-3. That is Puckett's first sac bunt all year. And sometimes it is an awkward attempt for a guy that doesn't do it very often, but just not used to the feeling of it, standing in there, squaring rather than loading up to swing. And the mental idea of giving yourself up, but he handled it nicely. Here's Anthony Vega, and the first one's down and in for ball 1. Vega 1 for 3, an infield hit in the 5th. He had failed on a bunt attempt in the 7th inning, popping up. On the 1-0. And a pop foul, back and out of play. 2-2 game, top 9. Reyes the single and advances on the sac bunt. Hey. Penny delivers, and that missed high, 2-1. That was our team president, Eric Menzer, walking by.
Loves that crowd, Mike.
He said hi to somebody. I don't think it was us. 2-1. And a liner into left center and in for a hit. Simmons on it on a hop. They're sending Reyes. Throw home. The tag. Oh, safe is the call. They said Reyes got his hand in. And the Revs can't believe it. Long Island has the lead, 3-2 here in the 9th. And now Vega trying to catch the Revs in an argument. Paniagua whipped it to third. He would have been tagged out, but now the umpires say time had been called and that the play was done. And he'll go back to second base, and they can't even get that out.
Well, credit Panny for keeping his wits about him. We've been discussing with Joe Dub also. He saw Vega going and tried to get him out at third, but I agree. I agree on that call. Random fan. I think that's an out.
Paniagua immediately ripped his mask off and couldn't believe it. That was such a tremendous throw from Simmons. One hop on the money.
The frame that we see on the replay looks like Paniagua may have just tagged the shoulder.
It's Long Island who's got the lead. Here's Phelan Lentini. Penny stares Vega back at second base. The number 9 hitter comes up with the go-ahead RBI single. First pitch to Lentini is grounded to third, and past Pounds, who laid out to his left. That one finds the hole. And Lentini with a hit, and it's first and third. What a shame. Simmons could not have made a better throw than that.
And Panny applied what I thought was a routine tag.
Well, everything changed a couple years ago with the Buster Posey rule. I mean, now it's so much easier to score. The catcher cannot be in the way at the plate unless the throw is coming. The plate is so much more wide open for base runners, and I think there's probably a lot of catchers that don't like it, even though it's designed to protect them. Here's Dan Lyons, who swings and misses. It's, of course, because Posey got railroaded at the plate a few years back and crumpled his leg and cost him a season. Here's the stretch and the 0-1. Runner goes from first. A ground ball toward the hole at short. Valdez's only play is to throw it across to first base. It's an RBI ground out for Lions, and it's 4-2 Long Island. They had Lentini running on the play, so no chance at second. And it was hit softly to Valdez right, so he had to basically circle it. And with Vega breaking for home, no chance there either. Now it's 4-2. Lentini at second with 2 outs for Lou Ford. And Lentini starts going. They holler at Penny to step off. Lentini scrambles back. He started running before Penny had made a movement. And had Penny realized it a little sooner, he maybe could have thrown behind him, but he stepped off and looked him back. Safest thing. First pitch to Ford is in the dirt, and that skips over to Paniagua's right. And now Lentini will take third on a wild pitch. Now a stretch and the 1-0. And a swing and a foul back up over the roof. Revs in the bottom of the ninth will have Calderon, Paniagua, and Simmons due up. Diaz getting ready for them. Their closer. The 1-1. And it missed off the plate away. Penny into his stretch. 2-1. And a flare into center. That'll drop in for a hit. Third run of the inning in to score. It's an RBI for Ford, his 60th of the year. And it's a 5-2 Long Island lead here in the ninth. Neither team had scored since the 5th. The Ducks hadn't scored since the 3rd. These are their first earned runs all night. And here's Randy Ruiz, who swings and misses on a first pitch splitter. 4 singles in the inning. Ford just punching that one into open grass. He had been the league leader in RBIs until he left for Mexico. There's the pitch to Ruiz, and a swing and a foul up over the roof. First base side. He is 1 for 3 on the night, a sac fly. He's also scored a run. stretch, the 0-2. Fastball in tight. Blue Crabs are another run closer, 9-5 in the 8th in Lancaster, but if that score and this score hold up, the magic number for Lancaster will be down to 1. There's a splitter down low. At least according to the guy behind the plate, Revs fans are getting all over him. It was pretty close. 2-2. Ball loose from Long Island's bullpen, halting things for a moment. Penny ready. 2-2. And a swing and a foul into the stands, first base side. Revs weren't able to bring the go-ahead run home in the bottom of the 8th, and now Long Island responds with a 3-run 9th. Penny will try it again, and a drive to right field. Boggs going back on it, and he'll run it down on the warning track for the final out of the inning. But the Ducks scored 3 times on 4 singles, 1 runner left, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Revs with their work cut out for them, trailing 5-2.
When she looks up and says, "Dad, I'm playing field hockey," try not to show fear. She's quite capable of joining that fury of females churning downfield, sticks in hand, ready to conquer and crush the opposition. In fact, in her mind, she's been ready to play. But you won't be ready until you take her to Flying Feet Sports Shoes. Flying Feet. Flying Feet is the one place that makes sense of all the sports your kids are into, especially field hockey footwear. No, it's not just sneakers, Dad. She'll need shin guards and socks, and don't forget hockey balls, stick bags, grip tape, and hockey sticks from Dita and Gray's Cranberry. Flying Feet covers every player, every size, every ability, even goalie sticks. Dad, you're about to get an education on the art of fierce female competitive instinct, but Flying Feet can help you navigate that treacherous turf. They've been outfitting field hockey players and entire teams since your wife played back in '83. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 11 of I-83.
Revolution! Sure, you're counting down to kickoff, but there's plenty of baseball left this summer. The York Revolution have a huge final homestand planned, and it's easy for you to be there with the September 6-pack. 6 tickets for any remaining game at Santander Stadium this season, 2 parking passes, and a free $10 food card for ballpark treats. A savings of 25% over box office prices, plus $10 in free food. So head to YorkRevolution.com to purchase your September 6-pack. As Yogi Berra would say, baseball season ain't over till it's over.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 9th, last chance for the Revs tonight, trailing 5-2. And Amalio Diaz will come on. This was the score by which York won last night. Diaz in the game on a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And he's got 13 saves. He's 1-4, but has a 2.22 ERA in 58 games. Opponents hitting just 212. He and Kushmal had switched roles during the second half. Diaz moving to closer, Kushmal to setup. Kushmal in line for the win after his team scored 3 in the 9th. And Jacob Calderon will lead it off. Diaz, first pitch of the inning, a fastball. It's a called strike. Calderon 0 for 3 tonight. 2 Ks and a ground out. Revs have been held to just 5 hits. Well, the 0-1, And a ground ball toward first and foul. Revs have hit .295 as a team the last 40 games. Just 5 hits through 8 innings tonight. There's the 0-2. Swinging a foul tip, squeezed on a high fastball, 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Fastball at 94. Now a strikeout for Diaz to begin things. The 11th by Long Island pitchers tonight. And here's Salvador Paniagua. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the 5th, leading off the 2-run inning. He's also hit by a pitch earlier tonight. And Diaz fires. And a slider over for a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Slider that got the swing on that offering. And Diaz ahead 0-2. And now fires. Swinging a foul. That one's back over the roof. Diaz made it to AAA with the Angels earlier in his career, 2010 and 11. Now ready. And back to the plate. And a swing and a foul upstairs. Along the first base side. Diaz from Venezuela originally. Puerto La Cruz, Venezuela, now lives in Arizona. Another 0-2. And a swing and a pop foul. That's out of play. First base side. Diaz's first year in the U.S. since 2013, pitching that is. Last year he did pitch winter ball in Venezuela. Now deals, swing and a miss. A slider in the dirt, Blank blocks it. He'll lob it down to first, and there's 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Revs an out away from seeing their 3-game winning streak and 5-game home winning streak come to a close. James Simmons will try to keep it alive. He's hitless in 3 at-bats on the night. And Diaz's first pitch misses upstairs. Top of the 9th, Somerset is up 6-2 in Bridgeport. If they hang on, Long Island is in. I don't know if they plan to celebrate wildly tonight, but hopefully if they do, Everett is ready. There's the 1-0, and that missed off the plate away. If not, Everett may want to find some tarp. I don't know what the Ducks' plans are, since they can't really even clinch it with their own victory, but they're 3 outs away from being in. The 2-0, swing and a miss on a slider. Now, if that's the case, the Revs would be the last team remaining vying for a postseason berth in terms of being on the outside chasing that, but Lancaster's up in the bottom of the 8th tonight, looking to move one step closer. The 2-1 and a Tapper foul, rolling down toward Polo at third, and the Revs now down to their final strike tonight. 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Now ready. And the 2-2. That's down and away. Tough block for Blank, moving way to his right. And a full count. We do still have this candy chunker coming up. Looking forward to seeing that. Sounds like the train is going by. Here's the 3-2. And down and away. Simmons works out the walk. Not done yet. 2-out walk. It'll bring Patterson to the plate. Tying run is now on deck. Here's Patterson, who tonight is 0 for 3, but has also reached on a walk. Revs trail 5-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. And Diaz to the belt. First pitch, fastball, it's in for a strike. 89 over the inner half. Diaz coming off a loss in his last appearance, gave up 4 runs and walked 3. Gave up 2 hits against Sugarland. He's looking to bounce back. The 0-1 and a swing and a foul out of play. Third base side and on the roof. And again, down to the final strike of the night. Diaz stares in, he picks up the sign. And the 0-2, runner going, and Patterson, a little swinging bunt, they call it foul. He started to run, leaving nothing to chance. They say that he made contact with it in the batter's box. And they weren't holding Simmons, so he just took off. Well, we'll head back to first. Patterson earlier tonight did not see eye to eye on a strike 3 call that had the fans upset as well back in the 5th. He left nothing to chance on that foul tip. But his at-bat's still going. Back in, it's 0-2. And Diaz the pitch. Called third strike. Fastball in the outside corner. Diaz strikes out the side in the 9th inning. And Long Island wins it tonight by a final score of 5-2. As the team split the first 2 games of this series, it'll end the Revs' winning streak at 3 and the home streak at 5 straight wins. 5-2 the final. The Ducks will now scoreboard watch, looking for Somerset to get 3 more outs in Bridgeport, and then they'll be in. And the Revs tomorrow night will go for the series win against Long Island, but a 5-2 loss here at the hands of the Ducks tonight. Stay tuned, post-game show.